O.J. Simpson dead at 76 after accounts about him. I tell you one thing, if O.J. really did it, like I think he did, but he didn't get caught, I know he like, whew, hell. And he like, you didn't give me a chance to redeem myself for what I did. Now, if he in heaven, he like, oh, God, I'm glad you forgive me for doing that massacre that they said I did. I didn't really want to take their life. Now, this is allegedly, Nano. I'm just making jokes. I didn't really want to take their life, but it was the circumstances. It was a beautiful lady I was in love with. You know, she was cheating. I just lost control. But anyway, Kato Kalin, who was a key witness during the O.J. Simpson trial, just posted a video responding to the news, and he sends thoughts and prayers to O.J. Simpson's children, as well as the families of the victims, including Nicole Brown Simpson. Now, when it came to O.J., he didn't have a word to say. Now, Gloria Allred, who represented Nicole Brown Simpson family during the trial, said Simpson's death reminds us that the legal system, even 30 years old, 30 years later, is still failing battered women. Now, I can agree with that. Not for OJ, because I don't know if he did it. But I had a story on the show I talked about where this man literally stalked this lady for 8 years with a plane. He would drive his private plane over this lady's house several times a day, past her job, and the court systems couldn't do shit. It took like almost a year or two before they even put a restraining order on the man. And then when they put a restraining order on him, it wasn't the right kind because he was flying over the lady's house. He figured out all the ways to get around the law to still be able to see this lady. And let's just be honest. If you get a restraining order on somebody, it's only a certain amount of feet that they can come close to you. So they can be across the street with binoculars and ain't shit you can motherfucking do. So it's just really bullshit. You got to protect yourself. But back to OJ. There's a lot of people clapping that think OJ did it. Like, oh, thank you, about time. At least the grave got him since the cell couldn't get him. I don't know. You know, like I said, so much crazy stuff that goes on. And when it comes to people getting death and losing their life and getting murdered, when you don't have absolutely proof, you can't just, get in the details and just give people the charge, even if it look like them. Because I feel like this here. If I was O.J. Simpson, having all that money, beautiful lady, I catch her cheating on me, I'm not going to kill her. I got too much to live for. Too much money to keep on getting. And top it off, it's too many beautiful women of all nationalities and ethnicities out there waiting to be with me. If I'm O.J. Simpson, they ready for me to run the touchdown up in that pussy. I'm just saying. They ready to bend over and tell me to hut, and I'm going to hype that thing right up in them. So I don't understand why OJ would do that now. On the other hand, you got a lot of men that's insecure, and when they see something that they don't like, they just fucking lose it. Like women do when they see a man cheating or find out he's cheating. They ride by and flatten off for his tires, carve their name in his paint. Same shit. Anyway, the lady, Gloria Allred, said her heart goes out to the children of O.J. Simpson and to the very brave family of Nicole Brown Simpson. The truth about O.J. Simpson can never be erased and should never be forgotten. O.J. Simpson is dead. May his victims finally rest in peace. Now, see, she playing like she God. Like I said, once again, you can't see, even if you think he did it, you wasn't there. You wasn't there. So you can't be saying that it's his victims, even though I feel like he had capabilities of doing it. But when they came out that glove Johnny Cochran had, that was the coldest move I ever seen pulling motherfucking courtroom history. If it don't fit, you must have quit. There was some cold game there. So either they got a fake pair of gloves, dropped them on the scene that was too small, or he didn't do it. But I tell you one thing, if they orchestrated that and left gloves that was too small at the scene of the crime, that was masterful. That was a beautiful crime cover up. R.I.P. to O.J. Simpson and the family. And Nicole too. You know, I know they heartbreak. They don't have closure because they don't know what happened to their daughter. So it was just a sad situation all the way around the board, especially for his kids, because his kids is by the same lady that they saying he took life. So you can't really win in this situation. But rest up in peace. But one thing that's left hanging when you leave this earth, if you don't have your paperwork right, which I'm pretty sure OJ Simpson got his paperwork wheels together because he knew that after that shit was put on him, whether he did it or not, that he was risking losing everything he ever earned and his kids not getting it when he died or somebody else getting it. But the Goldman's attorney, David Cook, said OJ died without a penny. They said, well, he may be dead, but they got a multi-million-dollar judgment that's still pending. And they interested in discerning what money and assets that he done left behind that they can collect. They want whatever money OJ got, they want it. They said they're going to be exploring options now Simpson is dead, including figuring out whether he left behind a fund with his estate that they can pounce on. Oh, man, this is crazy. Why y'all, look, his kids need that. His kids do not deserve to suffer for whatever y'all think O.J. Simpson did. I understand that people are hurt, but his kids are innocent. That's the part I don't like about this shit. Guess what Kate and Jenna had a nerve to say? Good riddance. One on Twitter said good riddance. Now, before Elon Musk took over Twitter, they put that shit on their Twitter with a block to ban their account. That's inciting evilness. That's like clapping to someone losing their life. Boy, I tell you, they so happy on Twitter now that they can say any and everything and it won't get took down now. Know what the fuck to do. Now, one of the lead detectives who worked on the case told TMZ he ain't got nothing to say. He simply don't care. He care. He just ain't want to say nothing where people will be like, oh, you took the other side and you basically believe that OJ did it. Because when you work a job, this is what people fail to realize, even when you're a police or a judge, you gotta keep it professional. It's not about what you think inside. It's about what the facts can prove and show. And if you step outside it and put your emotions into it as an employee, you can fuck up somebody's life because of what you think. You can't be like the public. You got to keep doing your job. It's like I try to tell people that manage people on the job. If you got 10 employees that get on your nerves and you have to talk to and get on, the 11 employees that pop up, you got to keep it professional and remain respectful. You can't do what you do to them because they do something. No matter how mad you get because you took the job as management. Just like the police took this job as an officer. He mad. He really wants to clap, but he can't say nothing. Now we're going to go out with a bang for you, OJ, with this last Twitter post that they put up. They said on April 10th, and they use OJ Simpson Twitter. You want to go look at this Twitter message that his family put up. And they said on April the 10th, our father, Orenthal James Simpson, succumbed to his battle with cancer. He was surrounded by his children and his grandchildren. During this time of transition, his family asked that you please respect their wishes for privacy and grace, the Simpson family. We're going to leave OJ alone. Prayers to him, the family, and Nicole Goldman and all them too. I knew this shit was going to go too far. Now, let me tell y'all something, America. I love everybody. I love every human. I love animals. The LGBT community is to be respected like everybody else. But some people are taking advantage that are sick, predatory, and they are involving themselves and putting their name on their community, and they doing sick stuff. So we got to look into certain stuff. We just can't go for when people tell us they're a part of a certain community and just instantly bow our heads like they're not capable of committing crimes like everybody else. Because if that was the case, every community supposed to get a pass. And what's starting to happen is a lot of people that are in this community are starting to, let out that something is wrong. Not everybody, because they have good people in their community. But this is a Planet Fitness member that walked around totally naked in a woman locker and claimed that he was a woman. He still had a ding-a-ling. he didn't have his ID changed, saying that he changed from man to a trans. You have to do that the right way. You have to have paperwork and documentation showing that that's what you represent. You just can't say it and then try to get away with committing the crime. You walking around in a women's locker room butt naked. Now, they felt like they was going to probably get raped, assaulted. Ain't no telling what went through these people's mind. And when you look at this man mugshot, oh, he looks strange. He looks strange. Weird as hell. Now look, a Planet Fitness gym goer was arrested after allegedly walking around totally naked in the woman's locker room, claiming they identified as a woman, something that the gym didn't buy. Christopher Miller identified as a male by online booking records. He was arrested in Gastonia, North Carolina for indecent exposure after gym goers claimed he walked into the women's locker room at a local Planet Fitness. Now, a shocked woman called the police when she saw him, telling the 911 operator that the man wasn't leaving the room. Adding, he kept telling her, I'm a woman. I'm a woman. This is the fact. When you come out of your mother's stomach, you are going to be identified as a man or a woman. Now, when you grow up, if you decide that you want to change your identification, that's fine. That's absolutely legal to do by law. If you don't change that and you still have your body parts and your name in public records that identify you as that sex that you came out, that you was created naturally, you can't just say some shit. That's like me going in a women's bathroom, just like he did, and saying, I'm trans. Don't fuck with me. My dick swinging. I ain't went through the proper procedures. I don't have paperwork. They like, this motherfucker crazy. Because even if you are, you still don't supposed to get naked. It's called respecting people's space. They don't want to see you walking around there with your thing swinging, hollering about that you trans, and they don't know. They don't have no paperwork, no proof. You don't see the women walking around in the same locker room that you was in with their pussies and clitoris hanging out. Come on, man. This is going to be a slick, open doorway for slick rapists to assault women. They're going to try to use this shit like they're part of the LGBT community. LGBTQ community, I'm sorry. Or they're going to try to play like that they're a woman and they've had a sex change and all this old shit. But they really want to target and attack an innocent woman. We got to put a host on this shit. We got to start doing better with the identification. And you got to let people know what's going on. Because if we don't, this shit gonna get out of hand. Before we realize it will be more rapes than ever from people like this. Because they done figured out another loophole to be sick. You just tuned into another motherfucking episode of Legend the Comic Show. But before we end Legend the Comic Show, do you know that eyewitnesses said that the man repeatedly kept asking the woman in the locker room to lotion another up and then hop in the shower with him? This is crazy. Now, Planet Fitness made a statement to the New York Post about the incident, saying that the safety of the employees and the customers of the brand is number one priority. This shit is crazy. Crazy as hell. Now, just before, 2 weeks before that, the gym stock didn't just start falling. People that got stock in Planet Fitness, they taking their money out. Because people want respect. If my dick go from my stomach all the way to 10 miles and every woman in the world like, oh girl, if I can just get on the tip of that dick, that nigga dick so big, I want to try it. I can't let it get hard and stick it all the way around the corner for respect. I got to let it keep soft. And when a woman that like me, and I know she like me respectfully, I can let my thing get hard and let it stretch out 10 miles around the corner and let everybody see. It's called respect. But a few weeks before that, they had a woman who purposely filmed another one who identified as a transgender woman shaving over the sink. This is too much. Shaving over the sink. Now, the woman had her membership revoked. This was in Alaska. While the shaving person was allowed to return. Ain't that a bitch? They made it seem like that the lady was wrong for filming somebody that was wrong. Ah, man, you can't even speak up and say what's right no more. Until the next time, to the next episode, do something with yourself, do something with your life. But have some respect, motherfucker.